Have you ever felt like getting a coach to help you with your business might be a valuable step forward, but you had no idea where to start or what kind of coaching was the kind that really would benefit you? That's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. Let's get rolling. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Square 8 YouTube channel. My name is Rob Green. I'm a photographer and educator based out of Fort Worth, Texas. And each episode, I'm here to give you tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you build your business, wow your clients, and make photo magic. Before we get rolling with today's content, and let me just tell you, this interview is incredible, I want to let you in on a free resource that I am making available to photographers like you. Starting today, if you're watching this on the day of release, this is a Monday, starting the 25th running through the 29th, I am hosting a free 5-day campus rep challenge to help you build your campus rep team. My business has many secret weapons. One of the best, one of my favorite, is my campus rep teams that I assemble every year, made up of students from the campus of TCU. These are an incredible group of students that have really helped me generate a ton of revenue in my business. And for the first time ever, I am peeling back the curtain and letting people in on how I build my teams and run my teams to be able to emulate that in your own businesses as well. If you want to jump in on this, there's a link right below this video where you can sign up to do so. But today is all about my interview with my friend, photographer and educator, Hope Taylor. We have launched something new here at Square 8 Studio called the BOP. It's a monthly podcast to help photographers who want to grow your business and build businesses that were meant for more, to really see your dreams come alive. And so this is unlike these YouTube videos that are shorter form. This podcast is a long form interview format where I am bringing on some of the brightest minds inside and outside the photography industry, people who are running wildly successful businesses, to come on the show and talk about different things that will be relevant and actionable for you inside your business. And so today's video is an excerpt from that interview with Hope Taylor, where she's going to break down the 4 tiers of coaching. If you have ever thought, man, I see my friends getting coaching or mentorship, but it all seems like there's a million different formats, a million different ways to do it. What's the right way to do it? What's the format that's best for me? Hope answers all those questions in this interview. So let's jump on in now to this conversation with Hope Taylor about the 4 tiers of coaching. Now, I know you mentioned there are a lot of different ways to go about coaching. There's a lot of different types of coaches and different coaches for different seasons. What types of coaching have you offered or received? And do you find there's any benefits to like one approach to coaching over another that people should be aware of as they're thinking about looking for a coach?
I love this question because I think that there are types of coaching for your seasons of business. And I have actually offered and invested in each of these forms of coaching. And this is just kind of how I break it down in my mind. So this is in no way like a science of coaching. This is just how Hope thinks about coaching. But I will share them in kind of the order that I offered them and invested in them in my kind of almost 10 years in business now. So I would say like tier 1 of coaching is kind of what we've been talking about with somebody who speaks into your life, offers counsel, but that you're not really paying a penny. But 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, that was a huge coaching figure in my business journey. So I think tier 1 in my mind is like coffee shop conversations, networking at conferences and getting to ask questions to people that you admire, having conversations with industry friends that are speaking into your life, parents, or guardian figures in your life, people that are speaking into and providing counsel in the earliest seasons of your business. And to me, I've never invested in a coach. Or I can't say I've never. I didn't invest in a coach in my first year or 2 of business because I would rather find that information on YouTube, find that information on Google, invest my money in the startup costs that I need to build my business, have counsel from people around me, but kind of trial and error my way through that, right? Like bootstrap through the first year or 2 because you're going to learn so much. So that's kind of tier 1 of coaching to me. Tier 2 is what I would consider a mentorship, where you pay a flat fee to learn for somebody for a couple hours a day, a half a day, and you have this kind of one-off experience with a coach or a mentor. And I think that is kind of a good starting point or entry level for coaching and mentoring, because sometimes when you invest in coaching and you don't know exactly what you need or what you should be asking or where you want your business to go yet, you waste that investment a little bit. You kind of need to have a bigger picture vision in order for a $10,000+ coaching experience to be what it could be from a value perspective, right? So I think tier 2 is this kind of one-off mentoring experience, which is the first thing that I offered actually as an educator in my business. And I've done it many times as a consumer as well. I would say tier 3 is when we're talking about like a high level mastermind, which is what you were a part of with my group.
Yes, so good.
I love my mastermind. And that is more of a group coaching experience where you're learning from other business owners as well as a coach that's typically kind of fostering that conversation and guiding the conversation. That's much.
And let me just say too, as somebody that was in one of your masterminds, I found this to be really fascinating to jump in with other like-minded people who were going through similar seasons of business and have these simultaneous perspectives of not only you as somebody who had been where we were all aspiring to be, but also have that like mutual support and encouragement from other people who were trying to get there too. And even since, I think one of the like hidden values of this that I don't know if any of us expected going in was the idea that, man, now I have other people that are in my corner cheering me on, like the continued conversations and support that rolled out of that mastermind, even though we don't have our, every other week calls anymore a year later, but we are still checking in with each other on social media, cheering each other on, championing what each other's running after. And I never would have dreamed going in of that value of this third tier, but man, that's just been such a valuable piece for me, or the friends and support that has come in the aftermath of that as well.
Oh, totally. And I even feel that way as the mastermind coach. Like I have so many friendships that, as like this one, obviously, that are a result of that experience. And I think that those relationships and those varying perspectives are why I almost consider some form of group coaching or mastermind a prerequisite to high level coaching. Because if you jump straight into high level coaching, you miss the opportunity to hear a perspective that might totally change the trajectory of your business from somebody outside of the realm of who you would normally learn from. So I would say mastermind is like third tier, and then I'd say fourth tier is investing in a true high level one-on-one business coach. That's going to be the most expensive. You're typically looking at a 5-figure investment there when you're at a level of scaling from like 6 figures to 7 or 6 figures to multi 6 figures.
Wow.
You're looking at a high level investment there, which is why I consider it a tier 4, and I almost turn people away from investing in that 8 times out of 10 because it's more valuable for them to start with tier 1, 2, or 3 and then get the absolute most value they can out of a high level coach when they're ready to know exactly what they need from that coach to take the steps forward.
Wow. So you've got these 4 tiers. Your tier 1 is really kind of like the free advice you're getting from people a little ahead of you along the way as you're getting started. Then you're moving into tier 2, which is probably somewhere in the 3, maybe pushing 4, depending on who it is, figure range for those sessions. Then you've got these masterminds that are definitely moving into 4-figure space and up. And then this tier 4, these high-level one-on-one investments with people that are really helping you level up on a very like strategic, vision-focused way that you have specific things you're going after and they are helping you work towards a specific end goal in that. I love that.
Totally.
That's good. That's gold right there. If you're taking notes as you're listening to this, that's the part you want to take notes on right there, because that helps you see what you're looking for each step of the way, and you can kind of figure out, am I a tier 1 stage right now, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and kind of figure out, is this type of mentorship or coaching the right one for me? I love that. Wow. Wasn't that amazing? Thank you, Hope, for all those nuggets of wisdom. I'm curious, which tier do you think would be the best one for you? Let me know in the comments below this video, or feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's at Square 8 Studio. I would love to hear what you're thinking, what you think is best for you, as far as which tier might be the right fit for you in this season of business. If you want to hear the rest of the interview with Hope Taylor, check out the BOP on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts to be able to receive all the full-length interview with Hope, over a half an hour of interview, over an hour of content, really helping you take actionable steps forward in your business as you think about coaching and how it could play a role for you moving forward. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to jump in that free 5-day Campus Rep Challenge, the link to do that is below this video. Would love to see you there. Everything just started today, and it's replayable, so you'll have access to it all week long. So even if you're watching this Tuesday or Wednesday, that's okay. You can still jump on in and watch all the week's content. So hope to see you there, and we'll see you next week on the next episode when we talk through more tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you build your business, wow your clients, and make photo magic. Take care, y'all.